Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I am Valsa Williams and with me is Anuja Kumar with the Midday News. The headlines. Flight carrying over 230 Indians from Singapore lands in Delhi under Vande Bharat mission. INS Jalashwa to ferry 750 Indians from Maldives to Kochi this evening. Health Ministry issues additional guidelines for quarantine of returnees from abroad at private hotels, service apartments and lodges. India's COVID-19 recovery rate improves to 29.35%. 200 Shramik special trains carry nearly 2 lakh migrants back to their homes. DG NDRF denies report of second leak in Visakhapatnam plant, says NDRF team will stay on site till situation is normalized. Air India's first flight that took off from Singapore carrying 234 Indian nationals has landed in Delhi under Vande Bharat mission. In a tweet, External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar welcomed them. He thanked Air India, Ministry of Civil Aviation, Bureau of Immigration and Delhi government for cooperation and support. He also appreciated the exemplary effort of Team Indian Embassy, led by High Commissioner Javed Ashraf. The first batch of 168 evacuees from Bangladesh left for Srinagar today from Dhaka. All of the evacuees are medical students from the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. The Air India flight AI-1242 took off from Dhaka at 11 this morning. High Commissioner of India to Bangladesh Riva Ganguly Das came to the airport to see the arrangements for the evacuation. Speaking exclusively to Prasar Bharati special correspondent in Dhaka, she said 7 flights will operate under the Vande Bharat scheme from Bangladesh to evacuate Indians. More from our correspondent.
The evacuation is part of the Vande Bharat mission of Government of India, which is the largest repatriation exercise for stranded Indians abroad due to coronavirus pandemic. Indian citizens in Bangladesh will be evacuated in phases. In the first phase, starting today, 7 flights of Air India will carry Indians to Srinagar, Delhi, Mumbai and Chennai in a span of a week. Each flight will have approximately 170 passengers on board. High Commissioner of India to Bangladesh, Riva Ganguly Das, came to the airport to oversee the work of evacuation of the Indian citizens from Dhaka. Interacting with the students leaving for Srinagar, the High Commissioner expressed happiness that they would be able to go home before Eid. Rajesh Jha for AIR News, Dhaka.
2 flights carrying over 300 expatriates is scheduled to arrive in Kerala today as part of the Vande Bharat mission. A report.
The first flight from Riyadh in Saudi Arabia to Kozhikode will be arriving today evening at 8:30 p.m. Around 150 passengers are expected to arrive. The second flight is from Manama in Bahrain to Kochi Airport carrying nearly 180 passengers scheduled to arrive today late night at 11:30 p.m. Authorities informed that all necessary arrangements are being done for medical screening and transferring the returnees to the COVID care centers for compulsory quarantine. The capital city Thiruvananthapuram is getting ready to welcome the first set of Pravasi care lights day after tomorrow with high-end thermal and optical imaging camera with face detection technology that ensures screening following social distancing. Kerala reported no fresh COVID-19 cases for last 2 days. Presently, 25 active cases are there in the state. Mayusha for AIR News from Thiruvananthapuram.
2 of the Vande Bharat mission special flights are scheduled to reach Chennai airport today, one this afternoon and another at midnight. They are to arrive with a total of 400 passengers from Dubai. A series of flights from several countries have been scheduled to reach the city till next Friday. Meanwhile, the Madras High Court has directed the state government to reply before the 12th of this month to a petition seeking procurement of vegetables, fruits and other farm produces from farmers directly. More from our correspondent.
The State Health Department has decided to appoint 2,570 more nurses on contract basis for a 6-month period. They will be employed in COVID-19 treatment facilities. Of them, 40 each will be deployed in medical college hospitals and district headquarters hospitals. Taluk headquarters hospitals will be recruited with 10 to 30 nurses depending on the number of caseloads. Furthermore, the Tamil Nadu Pollution Control Board has directed all the industrial units to use machines to clean the industrial tanks for fear of accumulation of poisonous gas over the past many days of inactivity. The board has also asked the industrial units to ensure the machinery, pipes and valves are safe before resumption of works after more than 40 days of lockdown. Jai Singh, AAR News, Chennai.
Under the Vande Bharat mission, first flight taking the stranded Indians in Singapore will arrive at Ahmedabad on Sunday. Talking to AIR, Director Non-Resident Gujarati Foundation P.A. Anthani said the first flight will carry around 250 people, which will reach Ahmedabad Airport on May 10th. All the passengers will be screened at the airport by the health teams. Mr. Antani said all the passengers will have to undergo a compulsory 14-day quarantine period. He added that no private quarantine will be allowed for any passenger during the compulsory isolation period. More than 1,000 people from the state, mostly students and travellers, will be brought back from Singapore, Philippines, USA, UK and Kuwait in the coming week. Indian Navy has sent 2 ships to Maldives under Operation Samudra Setu to evacuate stranded Indian nationals amidst the global coronavirus pandemic. The first ship, INS Jalashwa, will depart for India today. More from our correspondent.
INS Jalashwa, carrying around 750 people, will leave for Kochi at around 4:30 in the afternoon. Preparations regarding it has begun since morning and people were picked up from various parts of Malé to carry out immigration and medical formalities. Local volunteers extended their support in a big way to make it a smooth exercise, thus underlining the excellent ties between India and Maldives. Priority to return has been given to people affected by medical emergencies, job losses, family death and stranded tourists. The second leg of Samudra Setu will be carried out by Indian Navy ship INS Magar on Sunday, which will carry over 1,200 people to Tuticorin. People returning home thanks for Indian government efforts while being joyful on returning to their home country. Santosh Kumar for AIR News.
The Union Health Ministry has issued additional guidelines for quarantine of returnees from abroad, contacts and isolation of suspected or confirmed cases in private facilities like hotels, service apartments and lodges. The guidelines came as there are a large number of facilities such as hotels, service apartments and lodges which remain unoccupied due to impact of COVID-19 on travel and tourism, and people who don't have requisite space at home may opt for such facilities. This is likely to reduce the pressure on the family, give comfort to the person and protect the family members and immediate neighbourhood. As per the guidelines, the quarantine and isolation facility will not coexist and the facility owner will have a choice to dedicate the facility for either of the two. These facilities will offer single room on paid basis with attached washrooms, and the tariff for the accommodation and services will be fixed by the facility in consultation with the state government. The guidelines say that the cases will only be kept in an isolation facility if the cases are clinically assessed to be pre-symptomatic or very mild. Such facility that opts for isolation will have separate earmarked areas for keeping suspect cases and confirmed cases and will ensure no intermingling of these two categories. The Indian Railways has said that it has operated about 200 Shramik special trains since the 1st of this month and ferried home nearly 2 lakh migrants stranded in various parts of the country due to the coronavirus-induced lockdown. 40 such trains departed yesterday, including the first train to originate from New Delhi, carrying 1,200 migrant workers to Chhatarpur in Madhya Pradesh. Railways said it ran 56 Shramik special trains on Wednesday. Every special train has 24 coaches, each with a capacity of 72 seats. But the national transporter is allowing only 54 people in a coach to maintain social distancing norms by not allotting the middle berth to any passenger.
Haryana Chief Minister Mr. Manohar Lal Khattar said that 2,400 migrant labourers have been sent to Bihar, while 1,343 migrant labourers have been sent to Madhya Pradesh on 3 special Shramik trains yesterday. Giving this information, he said further arrangements will be made by the state government for the migrant labourers who still want to return to their home states. He said that over 1,200 migrant labourers have been sent on a special Shramik train to Bihar from Ambala cantonment, including migrant labourers belonging to Katihar district, as well as Saharsa, Madhepura, Supol, Araria and Purnia. Similarly, another special Shramik train carrying 1,200 migrants departed for Muzaffarpur in Bihar from Hisar.
A total of 3,390 new confirmed cases of novel coronavirus have been reported in the country during the last 24 hours, taking the total number of cases to 56,342. Health and Family Welfare Ministry said that 16,540 patients have been cured so far, and the recovery rate has reached 29.35%. During the last 24 hours, 103 deaths have been reported, taking the nationwide toll to 1,886. The Indian Council of Medical Research, ICMR, has said that a total of 14,37,788 samples of COVID-19 have been tested by the various government and private laboratories in the country so far. Yesterday, 80,375 tests were conducted. Meanwhile, ICMR is continuously scaling up its testing facilities for COVID-19 by giving approval to government and private laboratories. As of now, 332 government laboratories and 121 private laboratory chains have been given approval to conduct tests for COVID-19. In our series, Experts Speak on All India Radio, we bring you views of leading medical experts on COVID-19. Dr. Nand Kumar, Professor of Psychiatry, AIIMS, suggested people to stay at home, spend time with family members and practice yoga.
We are going to overcome this crisis within a few weeks. In the coming few weeks, stay at home, spend time with the family, do household works, exercise, listen to music, sing with the family, do yoga, meditation, and take care of emotional need of the family and yourself.
Dr. Anvita Agarwal, resident infectious diseases, AIIMS, advised people not to be negligent and stay home.
Coronavirus may be invisible, but the number of people affected are very much visible. More than 4 lakh people have already been affected all over the world, and the numbers are increasing from day to day. Don't be negligent. Please stay at home.
Senior physician at GB Pant Hospital in New Delhi, Dr. Sanjay Pandey, has said that India is in a far better position compared to other countries as far as the COVID-19 situation is concerned.
अगर हम यूएस से कंपैरिजन करते हैं या यूरोपियन कंट्री से करते हैं या चाइना से करते हैं तो कॉम्प्लिकेशन और मोर्टेलिटी काफी कम है और यह सबसे राहत देने वाली बात है। ये दिखाती है कि अगर कोरोना का संक्रमण हो भी जाता है तो उसमें पैनिक होने की कोई आवश्यकता नहीं है। पास के जो भी अस्पताल है वहां मिले, अपनी जांच कराएं और जांच कराने पे अगर कोरोना आता भी है तो इसमें कोई पैनिक और बहुत ज्यादा घबराने की बात नहीं है। हाँ, अगर आपकी उम्र 60 से ज्यादा है या आपको पहले से हाइपरटेंशन, डायबिटीज या कोई और कोमॉर्बिड कंडीशन है तो आपको थोड़ा सा सतर्क रहने की जरूरत है।
With one more migrant worker succumbing to his injuries at the hospital, the toll in the train accident in Maharashtra has risen to 16. Earlier this morning, migrant workers sleeping on the rail track were crushed to death by a goods train in Aurangabad district of Maharashtra. The incident occurred in the early hour this morning at Satna, near Karmad, which lies between Aurangabad and Jalna, when labourers were sleeping on the railway track. Police authorities rushed to the spot and dead bodies and injured were shifted to the Aurangabad's Government Medical College Hospital. All the victims were working as labourers in a steel factory of Chandanjira district in Jalna. About 20 labourers were on their way towards Aurangabad on foot since last night and slept on the rail track. Meanwhile, the President, Prime Minister, Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray and Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan have expressed grief over the loss of life in the tragedy. President Ramnath Kovind said that he is saddened beyond words to learn about the loss of lives in the railway track accident near Aurangabad in Maharashtra. In a tweet, Prime Minister Modi said that he is extremely anguished by the human loss in the train tragedy in Aurangabad. Modi said that he spoke to the Union Railway Minister, Mr. Piyush Goyal, who is closely monitoring the situation. The centre has assured all possible assistance to the Maharashtra government if required. Maharashtra CM Uddhav Thackeray also expressed his deep sorrow over the loss of life. He announced rupees 5 lakh each to the kin of the deceased from the Maharashtra government. Relief and rescue works are still going on for the accident site. Home Minister Amit Shah today said that he is pained beyond words at the loss of lives due to the rail accident in Maharashtra. In a tweet, Mr. Shah said he had spoken to the Railway Minister, Piyush Goyal, concerned authorities in the central government and railway administration to ensure all possible assistance. He said his condolences are with the bereaved families. You are listening to the Midday News on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Flight carrying over 230 Indians from Singapore lands in Delhi under Vande Bharat mission. INS Jalashwa to ferry 750 Indians from Maldives to Kochi this evening. Health Ministry issues additional guidelines for quarantine of returnees from abroad at private hotels, service apartments and lodges. India's COVID-19 recovery rate improves to 29.35%. 200 Shramik special trains carrying nearly 2 lakh migrants back to their homes. DG NDRF denies report of second leak in Visakhapatnam plant, says NDRF team will stay on site till situation is normalized. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
Look at the weather forecast. The maximum temperature at the national capital will be 36 degrees Celsius during the day and the minimum temperature will settle at 25 degrees Celsius. According to the forecast, clouds will hover around the city. In Mumbai, the maximum temperature will be 33.6 degrees Celsius. The sky will be clear and sunny throughout the day. Minimum temperature in the city will be 28 degrees Celsius. In Chennai, the maximum temperature will settle at 36.8 degrees Celsius and the minimum temperature will be 28 degrees Celsius. The sky will remain partly cloudy. Kolkata will witness a partly cloudy sky with maximum temperature settling at 33.8 degrees Celsius and the minimum temperature at 26 degrees Celsius. Gilgit will experience clear weather with maximum temperature of 26 degrees Celsius and minimum temperature of 10 degrees Celsius. Meanwhile, Muzaffarabad will face a high temperature of 31 degrees Celsius and minimum temperature of 16 degrees Celsius.
Babban Yadav of Darbhanga, Bihar, says he has been benefited by several central schemes during the lockdown. He said the schemes have provided the much-needed support.
पंचायत अथवा गांव से बाजि रहल छी। हमर नाम बबन जी यादव। राशन कार्ड पर जे भी अनाज मिले छले हमर 6 यूनिट अनाज छले 6 यूनिट का अनाज हमरा मिल गेल। सरकार द्वारा फ्री वाला अनाज जे है सेहो मिल गेल। गैस वाला पैसा ऐसे मम्मी के नाम से गैस रहे उज्जवल योजना वाला ओहो पाई हमरा मिल गेल। एहि के लेल सरकार का हम बहुत आभार।
In Maharashtra, 1,216 new COVID-19 cases were reported yesterday, which took the tally to 17,974. Total of 207 patients were discharged after recovery, taking the tally to 3,301 of the recovered patients. 43 deaths were reported in the state, which includes highest 24 deaths from Mumbai. 694 people have died so far in Maharashtra. The state government is leaving no stone unturned in containing the global pandemic. Efforts are on to facilitate the stranded migrant workers as much as possible. More from our Mumbai correspondent.
As a part of Mission Samudra Setu, Indian Navy ship INS Jalashwa has reached at Mail port of Maldives to bring back stranded Indians. According to Navy PRO, the investigation of such stranded Indians and distribution of identity cards has already started. So far, 732 Indians have registered. These include 19 pregnant women and 14 children. Providing further relief to the stranded workers in various parts of the state, Shramik special train carrying over 1,000 migrant workers left from from Urri Kanchan station in Pune for Rewa in Madhya Pradesh last evening. District Collector Naval Kishore Ram flagged off the special train. The Municipal Corporation of Greater Mumbai has reserved as many as 88 hotels with 3,343 rooms to quarantine people who would be flown in with special flights from different parts of the world in the metropolis in upcoming days. A press statement issued by the civic body stated that 1,900 passengers would be arriving in Mumbai in 7 flights from Bangladesh, Philippines, Singapore, Malaysia, Britain and from the US. The hotels booked by the civic body includes 2-star, 3-star, 4-star and 5-star hotels. Besides, Oyo budget hotels and apartment hotels are also reserved. Madhuri Pange, AIR News, Mumbai.
In Maharashtra's Aurangabad district, as many as 72 police personnel from Bharat Battalion of Maharashtra State Reserve Police Force have tested positive for coronavirus, said an official press release today. Those who contracted the virus were police personnel deployed for security duty in Malegaon, a coronavirus hotspot in Nashik district. In Karnataka, 45 new COVID-19 positive cases were confirmed today, with maximum of 14 cases reported from Davangere, followed by 12 in Uttara Kannada, 11 from Belagavi, 7 from Bengaluru Urban and 1 from Ballari. In another development, the Railways has made arrangements to run 3 Shramik special trains today to carry the migrant labourers. Each train will carry 1,200 passengers. According to the railway sources, the trains to Dhanbad in Bihar and to Lucknow in UP will leave at 4 p.m. and another train to Lucknow will leave at 6 p.m. today. More from our correspondent.
Karnataka has received consent from Bihar to run 1 special train every day, and Madhya Pradesh too has consented for 1 special train every day from today till 15th of this month. Apart from Shramik Express, the South Western Railways is also running the Parcel Express trains transporting essential commodities to other parts of the country. The South Western Railway has also modified 320 passenger coaches into COVID care centers for keeping infected patients in isolation. These coaches are placed in 14 railway stations within the state. Sudhindra, AIR News, Bengaluru.
In Rajasthan, more than 55% corona patients have been cured so far. After 26 new cases were reported today, the number of active cases has now reached 1,450 in the state, while 1,903 corona patients are now free from infection. Some migrants returned from other states have been tested positive for COVID-19 in Jalore and Sirohi districts in the last 3 days. So far, corona cases have been reported in 31 out of 33 districts of the state. However, there are 15 districts where the number of active patients is less than 5. Jaipur and Jodhpur cities are the most affected by the infection. In Jharkhand, the number of patients who have been cured from the viral infection has increased to 50. Although the patients who are detected with the COVID-19 infection are mostly asymptomatic, the recovery rate in patients is higher than the national average. Out of the total number of 132 cases found in the state, 50 people have won their battle over this disease. The recovery percentage is 37.87%, which is quite high from the national average of 29%. Talking to AIR, Principal Health Secretary Dr. Nitin Madan Kulkarni said, "We have made 46 containment zones in the whole state and have been monitoring the health of all the families staying in these zones." In Madhya Pradesh, the number of coronavirus cases in the state rose to 3,252. Thus, the number of affected districts has gone up to 36 in Madhya Pradesh. The state conducted around 61,000 tests so far. The condition of 1,589 patients is stable, while that of 239 was serious. So far, 1,231 people have recovered from coronavirus infection, while 193 have died. Meanwhile, e-pass facility has been started for the convenience of the people. A report.
State Control Room in charge and Additional Chief Secretary ICP Keshri have issued new instructions regarding issuing passes of various categories. Till now, there was no system of coming from the hotspot districts of other states to Madhya Pradesh. But now, residents of Madhya Pradesh who are stranded in hotspot areas of other states will be able to return to their homes using the e-pass facility. Similarly, earlier e-pass were being made only for medical emergencies, death and marriage from the red zone areas of the state to other districts. Now, the collector will allow travel from these districts as well as other districts within the state. Medical examination of citizens coming from other districts will be mandatory. All these people will also have to download the Arogya Setu and Sarthak app. In order to accelerate the financial activities, the markets will remain open from morning 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. night instead of 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. so that markets are not crowded. Shifts in the factories have also been increased from 8 hours to 12 hours. In addition, 72 hours of overtime a week have been approved. Sanjeev Sharma, AIR News, Bhopal.
The centre has offered all help to Andhra Pradesh to tackle the situation arising out of Visakhapatnam gas leak. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah spoke to Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy and assured him of all required aid and assistance from the centre. The Prime Minister chaired a high-level meeting yesterday to take stock of the situation and steps being taken in response to the gas leak incident. Mr. Modi discussed measures being taken for the safety of the affected people. The death toll in Visakhapatnam gas leak has risen to 11. The styrene gas had leaked during wee hours yesterday from a polymers plant at R.R. Venkatapuram village near Visakhapatnam and quickly spread to the villages in a 5-kilometre radius. 246 people with health complications are undergoing treatment at King George Hospital. About 800 people in R.R. Venkatapuram village in Gopalapatnam were evacuated and most of them needed only the first aid. Briefing media persons in New Delhi, NDMA member Kamal Kishore said that the NDRF team was deployed immediately to support the state government and the local administration.
CBRN teams of NDRF are deployed very quickly to support the local government as well as the state government. They have assisted with the evacuation of communities in the immediate vicinity. The central government is mobilizing specialized CBRN teams from Pune, where we have the core capacity on CBRN of NDRF located.
Union Home Ministry has denied media reports that there was another gas leak in Visakhapatnam. Official spokesperson clarified that this was a minuscule technical leak and it was required to bring the container in control. The spokesperson said it has been controlled and the process of neutralization is already on. The situation is under control. Teams of NDRF and NEEDY are on ground to support the local administration. NDRF DG S.N. Pradhan denies that there was another gas leak.
There are some rumors, whether deliberate or not deliberate, about a second gas leakage. Let me categorically place on record that there is no such second leakage. What is happening is there is a process of neutralization going on. It's a technical process. In the process, there may be some minuscule fumes which come out once in a while as part of the neutralization process, and that process will continue.
In Punjab at approximately 10:45 a.m. today, a MiG-29 aircraft airborne on a training mission from an Air Force base near Jalandhar met with an accident in Hoshiarpur district. The aircraft had developed a technical snag and the pilot ejected safely. The pilot has been rescued by a helicopter. A court of inquiry has been ordered to investigate the cause of the accident. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh today inaugurated the Link Road to Kailash Mansarovar via video conferencing. The Link Road connects Dharchula to Lipulekh, China border, which is known as the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra route. On the occasion, Mr. Singh congratulated the Border Roads Organisation, BRO, engineers and personnel whose dedication made this achievement possible. He said Team BRO has done tremendous work in the recent years and played a significant role in connecting the border areas. The minister also flagged off a convoy of vehicles from Pithoragarh to Gunji.
In an effort to guard against fake news being circulated on various platforms, we bring you a segment on fact-checking and myth-busters. The government today dismissed a video on social media showing passengers on purported Air India overseas flight arguing over being charged thrice the normal fare and then packed in without social distancing. In a tweet, Press Information Bureau termed it as a fake video. The Civil Aviation Ministry said that it is from a neighbouring country's airlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today paid tributes to Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore on his Jayanti. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said, gifted in several fields, Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore made a strong contribution towards India's freedom movement. The Prime Minister said his clarity of thought and expression were always outstanding.
The BJP today announced the names of its candidates for Maharashtra Legislative Council elections. The party has fielded former Nagpur Mayor Praveen Datke, Gopichand Padalkar, Dr. Ajit Gopchade and former Rajya Sabha MP Ranjit Singh Mohite Patil for the biennial polls. The election will be held on the 21st of this month. Notification for the polls was issued on the 4th of May and the last date for filing of nominations is Monday. Counting will be held on the polling day. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Flight carrying over 230 Indians from Singapore lands in Delhi under Vande Bharat mission. INS Jalashwa to ferry 750 Indians from Maldives to Kochi this evening. Health Ministry issues additional guidelines for quarantine of returnees from abroad at private hotels, service apartments and lodges. India's COVID-19 recovery rate improves to 29.35%. 200 Shramik special trains carry nearly 2 lakh migrants back to their homes. DG NDRF denies report of second leak in Visakhapatnam plant, says NDRF team will stay on site till situation is normalized. And with that we end the midday news.